Brown. It's blocked! No foul called. Foul called on Randy Duck.
Great athletic defensive play. He loses the ball. Normally people, guys tend to just hang their head, but he chased him down. Big time block. I wouldn't have even given him the foul on that. You got to make him put it in from the end line, because that was just serious defensive intensity there.
Rod Brown, as the ball gets stuck in the net there. Nick Nurse taking a seat.
Yeah, Nick is scratching that little goatee of his, wondering, what do I have to do next in the next 20 minutes?
He can't be, ball never lies. He can't be too disappointed with things. They were 14-0 down at one stage, so they've done well to come back from there. As thrown into the backcourt, that'll be a backcourt violation. Duck couldn't keep it.
But this is the thing what he's going to be concerned about, is his team's making unforced errors. That's the first thing. Second thing is he's not very happy that his team has given Leopards confidence right from the jump ball, and they wanted to stop him.
14 Towers turnovers. It's led to 18 Leopard points. It's been a constant thorn in this first half. Having a look at the clock, he's got to keep an eye on the shot clock as that ticks down just a little bit quicker. Inside, oh, great feed, Atwell with the easy stuff.
And the momentum will be with the Leopards going into the second half.
Races it down, didn't get it off in time, it didn't go anyway. Rashad Johnson shot the lights out in the first quarter. The Leopards blitzed out, but the Towers have come back. It is a 9-point game.
A super first half of basketball, especially by the Leopards, as they lead by 9 points. Andre joins me, and Sue's News coming next.
Long shot by Russell Johnson. White, we have the check presentation. Still Whiteman. Got the rebound. Warren Sonic. Right inside. We have the check presentation first, ladies and gentlemen. As we see the Pedal Sunday. Martin. Second by Buckle. Buckle! Still presenting Charlemagne. The rebound. Fantastic goals. They need every penny of it. So thanks very much to KFC. We've got some fans, Sarah. Sarah, you've got some fans in the crowd. Give them away. Sarah, you've got some male fans in the crowd. Give them away. Do your best, lads. Do your best. So here we go. Just 3 minutes between the Reds and the Blues.
4-3.
You have got to love this first half. The Leopards lead by 9, 47-38, and the action was intense. Rashad Johnson opens up the scoring here at the top. Steve Buckner was all on him. He shoots a triple in his face for a 3-0 lead. And it was a while before the Towers finally were able to get a basket here. They hustled, they hustled. The ball goes back out to Warren, who makes a solid move. It's 14-2, Towers down. Bucknell does the work here. He comes up with the steal. And Warren, watch this, coming down the middle, does his Superman impersonation, 23-16, Towers trail. and the penetration by the Leopards. But you tell me, is this dunk better than Warren's? Michael Martin gives the Leopards a 33-26 lead. They're up by 9 at halftime. Quality basketball game. But the thing I see, the Towers in Europe have learned patience. Leopards going away to America have learned intensity. Which one has the advantage?
Right now, I think the intensity is working for the Leopards. What they're doing is they're getting after everything. They're bumping guys on the screen, being physical with guys much bigger than them. Whereas Towers have been playing that slow down game, passing, being very passive on offense and getting good shots. However, the Leopards' intensity are just taking them way out of their offense.
Looking at the match facts, we'll see that, I mean, one of the things that jumps out at me for both teams is they both should be outlawed from going to the free throw line in this game. 42 and 58%, but when you have an intense contest, you get that. But you look at it, both teams are shooting better from the field than they are from the free throw line.
Yeah, you know, guys are coming up with good shots. They're moving. They have to work for the shots. However, they're moving the ball and getting good looks on the inside. Well, for the Towers later on.
Boards, offensive boards, Leopards only won. Towers have 7 offensive boards, but they only came up with 4 points off of that. The turnovers, Towers, which you mentioned in your broadcast, 14 turnovers, averaging 9 for the season. The Leopards have been able to turn those 14 Tower turnovers into 20 points. Big difference.
Huge difference for them.
And the leadometer from the beginning, the Leopards have controlled the game. They've had big leads up to 14, and the Towers have changed and knocked it down, but not enough to trail by 9 at the half. Kendrick Warren, the only guy for the Towers that is coming up with any type of offensive production, a better offensive set from the Leopards.
It's great intensity from the Leopards' point of view. They're moving the ball, and these guys, the 3 guards, have got so much confidence. Every shot they put up is going in, and that's causing a lot of problems for the defensively for the Towers, because they're doing everything. They got a hand in the face, but the Leopards just continue to shoot the ball well.
And the Leopards have 7 players that have scored in today's game so far. We like Sue's News, and here's what's been compiled in this week's edition.
Chester Jets play caller Robbie Pearce has been voted November's Coach of the Month for the 2nd successive occasion. Thames Valley Tiger John McCord receives the Player of the Month award. He leads the stats in floor shooting, is 2nd in scoring and 3rd in assists. Former All-Star Mark Robinson has signed for the Manchester Giants as a replacement for Tony Holley. The experienced 33-year-old 6'5" forward returns to the club where he began his career in 1994. The Leicester Riders have axed Freddie Cole and replaced him with ex-Newcastle guard Ralph Blaylock. Dubbed King Ralph by adoring Eagles fans, Blaylock is a 3-time All-Star who averaged over 20 points a game last year. Blaylock and Mark Robinson both made their debuts on Wednesday night when Leicester hosted Manchester in a thrilling Northern Conference encounter. The game was close throughout and eventually ran into a 3rd period of overtime before the Giants sealed victory, aided by a game-high 39 points from Brian Rees. Blaylock missed the opportunity to snatch victory at the death as his 3-point attempt rimmed out. The Giants' 4th win in the championship leaves them 2 points clear of the Riders and Derby. Thames Valley's Lee Walker has been ruled out of action until the new year following a freak injury during training which left him with a fracture of the right foot. 33-year-old English forward Richard Scantlebury has been recruited to bolster the side. And 6'8" Panamanian centre Antonio Garcia has left the Derby Storm. Rumours are that he may resurface in Birmingham. Catch Kevin Cadle in his regular slot on skysports.com TV every Thursday, and all the news in Cadle's Corner at www.skysports.com. On Sunday, Leicester face Derby in a Northern Conference crunch game, and it's another All-South encounter for the Leopards when they host the Tigers in the Battle of the Big Cats at Brentwood. The London Towers have another busy week in their 2 European competitions, whilst on Wednesday Manchester look for a much-needed win in their Northern Conference matchup with Newcastle. Chester look to continue their faultless record in the Championship against Newcastle next Friday, and the Sharks on Saturday. Our live game next week is the North-South clash between Brighton and Derby.
Can the Towers come back? They trail by 9 points. All the second half action is next. At halftime of our London derby, it's the Towers 38 and the Leopards 47. Andre Lane and Daniel Routledge are the commentators.
Thank you very much, Kevin. The two teams are out and ready to go. It'll be Eureka Alderson and Kendrick Warren to jump things up here to get the second half underway.
It'll be interesting to see if London Towers can finally try and control the tempo in this game. Right now it's all in the Leopards' favour. They want it at their pace. They're up and down, they're in the face of shooters, they're running and gunning, and that's exactly how Leopards want it. However, I think the Towers would much prefer for it to be more of a half-court game.
Kimber falling over Taylor on the floor. Both teams going with the original starting five as Atwell knocks a three out. Nick Nurse drops his head. The big men have come to shoot tonight. We've seen Henlon knock one out. We've seen Warren knock a couple out, now Atwell. Interesting thing that I say they've both gone back to the starting fives. No Martin Henlon here to start the second half, and we were feeling he was a big contributing factor in that comeback.
Yeah, I think what Nick is going to do, he's going to bring it back. He's going to bring it back when he really needs him. He's going to put these guys in the game while they're 12 points down, trying to chip away at the lead and get him back to within 5 or 4, and then go back with Martin Henlon.
Great feed! Alderson slams it home.
And with Martin Henlon out the game, that's the kind of space that's created for the Leopards. Penetrations and kicks, whereas penetrations and kicks, Martin can afford to help and guard his man at the same time because he takes up so much space.
It was a 4-point game just before halftime. Leopards with 10 in a row before that score. Stretch it out, now they lead by 12.
Nice dish there to Weidman, who kisses it off the window for 2.
Johnson with a little stutter step, flicks it up, top play, draws the foul.
Leo Wilkinson calls that one.
Foul number 3 on Weidman.
Yeah, so I think Nick Nurse may have to come back with Martin Henlon a little bit sooner than he had anticipated. Yeah, the Towers really are in a bind right now. I know there's still 18 and a half minutes left in the game. However, everything seems to be going in the Leopards' favor right now, and they're comfortable. They've got confidence, and they've still got that swagger that Coach Donwall talks about.
But no, right through the hands, but Warren saves it and draws the foul. And Johnson comes up limping. I think he's hurt his shoulder. As he comes to the bench, he hits the deck. I think he's hurt his shoulder in the collision there. And he looks in a lot of pain. But he's fallen right in front of the Leopards bench. Here's another look. There he is. I don't know whether it just popped it himself there.
Yeah, you know when you grab the ball and he takes his arm, what happens is he takes his arm and jars his shoulder. Here we go, takes his arm and jars his shoulder. Yep. And it's one of those injuries whereby it hurts your rotator cuff, and that could be extremely painful, but it seems like he's going to try and walk it off.
He comes back on, but as he's been given treatment, he'll have to go to the bench. That is under the ruling that if you do get some treatment, you do have to be subbed out, so he'll go to the bench. Michael Martin will check back in. The first thing he'll do, though, is sit himself down on the subs bench to come back in. Just get a bit more treatment while he is there. Warren skips it round to Taylor. Taylor running into Kimber. Kimber says a push off, and he might have had a case.
Might have had a case, but he literally just took, he had to protect himself, and he took the lane away, as you see here. Goes for the drive, pushes him out of the way just to protect himself. Yeah, it was a good call by the referee. I'll give him that one. However, you're giving me the sarcastic look.
Duck pulls up, went down hard looking for a foul, didn't get one. Alderson with the board.
There is just no flow in the London Towers offense right now. They just seem to be a lost team out there. They don't know what's working for them. They don't know what they're trying to get out of their offensive sets, and they just come down, one pass jack, or get a poor shot. Somebody's taking a shot with at least 2 guys' hands in their face.
Warren. Taylor inside to Bucknell, had it knocked away. Brown, great pass from Brown, and Weidman fouls Alderson. That'll be foul number 4 on Tom Weidman. and now Martin Henlon has to come back into the game.
Steve Bucknell not happy about that play at all. Felt he was fouled from behind. Gives the referee Trevor Poughton a sarcastic look on the way down the floor as Rico Alderson collects a big-time foul from Weidman, because that sends him to the bench with 4.
Well, the London Towers have only lost 1 game domestically this season. That was here. That was when we were last here. And it was a heavy defeat to a Southern Conference rival in Thames Valley Tigers. So could history be repeating themselves as Leopards have the biggest lead in the game?
Well, hopefully they can show some character. They've got a lot of experienced players. They've played more games than anybody in this league. So they should be able to come back from 17-point deficits.
Duck getting the better of Brown, going all the way to the basket off the glass, a score the Towers needed.
Right now, London Towers need scores. Need stops and scores.
Duck trying to get a steal on that one. Alderson looking to lob in. To Kimbrough. Kimbrough penetrating, slipped on the floor, and there was a foul called on Duck. Nick Nurse races out and says he slipped on the floor.
At the risk of getting in some kind of trouble, that was a terrible call by Neil Wilkinson. There was absolutely nobody near that play. If we watch this again, as Kimbrough goes driving through the lane, slips on the floor, slips on the floor, nobody touches him. He was on the floor. That's a traveling violation. It's a London Tower ball. It's a terrible call.
Not only that, but he's going to get a couple of shots for it. They're not in the penalty, so he was deemed to be shooting on that play.
Unbelievable, Neil Wilkinson. Unbelievable. And I know I shouldn't be shouting out your name, Neil, when you're watching this, but that was an unbelievable call.
You got a game tomorrow, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got a game tomorrow, and I hope he is there, and I'll bring the tape with me too. But I mean, how he can say he was shooting when he was driving and slipping to the floor, I'll have to ask him to explain that one to me afterwards.
There he is. He just stepped on his foot. It was unintentionally, totally. And he had his back to the basket, so he's a heck of a shooter if he's going to knock that one in. Duck to Hanlon off the pick and roll. Oh, tipped in eventually by Bucknell.
Big time Martin Hanlon sets the big pick. Gets the feed from Duck, but misses.
Alderson had it knocked away by Warren.
You see what I mean about Martin Hanlon playing that one-man zone. Look how much space he eats up. Right now he's just standing in the middle there, and all Rico does is run into a brick wall.
Hanlon can only bat it away though, but he puts again much pressure on Alderson. Johnson under pressure. Great hands from Buck, knocking it away, but he's called for the foul. Foul number 2 on Steve Bucknell for that. There's the foul trouble in the game. Weidman already on the bench with 4. Duck still playing with 3.
Yeah, this offense that the Leopards run is actually the same offense what the Towers run, which is a triangle, and it shouldn't really be causing them any kind of problem at all, as Steve Bucknell gets called for the knick-knack foul, which puts him on his 3rd personal.
And the fouls are starting to mount up. This time they are in the penalty, so it's 2 shots.
Both teams, such fierce competitors, just keep going at them. Doesn't matter how many fouls they rack up, they're going to make you pay for every single shot you take.
Tipped away by Martin Hanlon. The Leopards lead by 16. It equals their biggest lead of the game. The closest the Towers have got since the beginning of the game was 3, as Buck goes to the runner.
Patting this shot from Steve Bucknell. Gets the runner. A little nice touch, nothing but net. Towers drop into the 2-3 zone, trying to use up that space, stop the penetrations.
Kimbrough does penetrate and is fouled by Duck. That'll be foul number 4 on Randy Duck, the 2nd Tower to get there.
I mean, he might have to go to the bench and come back with Eric Burks right about now, I do believe. You got 2 guards out there, 1 on 4, the other one with 3. And unfortunately, they're missing Ronnie Baker this evening because he has was it an injured groin? Another foul picked up on that England trip.
Yeah, that was a tough trip for the Towers. They didn't play a game and got 2 injuries. But Burks didn't get there in time. Referee said, I've still got the ball.
Hey, one of my guys ended up on the operating table when he came back from England trip. So.
And they lost the big game as well. But Kimbrough rattles out. The London Towers need something. They need some sort of spot here. You fancy it's the likes of Henlon or Bucknell or Warren here that is going to provide it, as Warren just goes in 22 points for Kendrick tonight.
What the Towers just need to do is just keep pounding the ball inside like this. They just cannot, Leopards just cannot hold them on the inside. If they keep playing them on the outside, one pass and jump shot, then obviously it's going to be a Leopards game, because they've got the better touch right now, and they're showing it with their guards hustle from the outside.
Alderson got a good hand on that in the corner for 3 is Kimbrough. The tip won't go. Underneath is Rico Alderson, and it just seems like the Leopards get what they want at the minute.
Yeah, great rebound. Rico Alderson sees the bigger Martin Henlon, goes underneath him, he hits the reverse. But yeah, everything is falling for the Leopards this evening. Like you said, they're just playing with so much confidence as the referee misses another foul, and the sarcastic look from Steve Bucknell down to Neil Wilkinson. Yeah, there's no consistency right now in which this game is being called, and no, I'm not being biased.
Brown to Alderson up top. 5 on the clock as Atwell gets it off short. Didn't hit the ring though, but doesn't matter because Brown ran out of court, and now Eric Burks can check in for Randy Duck.
Yeah, you got to ask the question, why didn't they just start Martin Henlon at the beginning of the game? He was playing so well in the first half. Just let him go. And since he's come in, he's just been blocking up the inside, and the Leopards just do not have to penetrate the lanes as they had before when Weidman's in the game.
Henlon to Bucknell. Warren going strong short. Loose ball comes down in the hands of Rod Brown running. Brown with a great pass to Alderson. But Alderson got himself in trouble and eventually lost the ball.
Alex Paris, can you stand up, please?
Burks.
Alex, you're our pizza winner, Alex.
Eric Burks.
On your feet now.
To Kendrick Warren. In the corner is Taylor. Way too long. There's Henlon with an offensive ball. Reverse left, runs it up. Didn't quite go, but he got the foul on there. Dave Atwell. Number 1 on Atwell, and I think he might get himself a breather. No, in fact, Alderson's going to the bench as Martin checks in.
Martin Henlon, that big, strong body, grabs the ball. He's got the ball with one arm, and he's been tangled up with the other arm, and still has the presence of the mind and the strength to get a shot up there. He'll go to the free throw line for 2. Seems like there seems to be a little bit of a problem with the last call. Well,
they're going to give Henlon basket good.
Basket good.
They claimed there was some basket interference.
We'll have to take a look at that one again.
On that one, Bob Dunewald has a look of stun on his face. He's stunned by that one. There he is having a chat with the referee.
Let's play.
So it'll be 1 shot for Henlon. He gets an and 1 out of this, misses it. Rebound Michael Martin.
Yeah, this zone seems to be working in Towers' favor right now. Penetration lanes are not so easy, and they've got good rebounding position like this one here.
Knocked out of bounds. Towers will get it back, and they've got a chance to get it down now into single figures,
which they need to do. If they can get this into single figures going into the 4th quarter, that favors the Towers, because they've got enough discipline and experienced players to get it done down the stretch.
Henlon for 3 short. Johnson lets one go from deep. That rattles out as well. Taylor to Warren. Warren backs out. Now looking for some help after he picks up his dribble into Bucknell. Bucknell spinning under pressure, rattled out for Steve Bucknell. And they've had 2 chances to trim it back to single figures and missed on them both. Here's the shooting by quarter, and you can see both teams slipping a bit here in the third quarter.
Yeah, from an exceptional shooting first half, and obviously it's dipped.
Good save from Atwell to Johnson, blocked, but that'll be a goaltend. Kendrick Warren got it on the way down.
Nick Nurse alertly calls a timeout, trying to calm his troops down and trying to get something good with 2 minutes, 19 seconds left in the third.
52-63 the score. Nick Nurse calls a timeout. Let's go down and take a listen.
That's it. Come on, man. God damn it. With the zone, we got him. Let's get the second one. Take care of it. Shit, they're missing shots now. Let's go get the ball. All right. Listen. We're running one game. Kendrick, we're gonna run it this side. I don't care who's where, but Kendrick's gonna low post. God damn, he's got it all day down there. Let's go to work. Okay? Buck, you and Kendrick work this side of the floor. Okay? If they deny, you guys just switch spots. Kendrick, then let Buck post up. Okay? Taylor, Burks, Henlon, keep them occupied. We're back in the zone. Hey, you get matched up and move around. We can test them. You got to see what's going on and talk, and then we got to limit them to 1 shot. Let's go. Let's go.
1 shot on 3.
We are.
1, 2, 3.
1 shot. Let's go.
Just trying to get some life into the team there, the Towers. They've been a little bit flat. There doesn't seem to be too much happening. Kendrick Warren has gone to work in the first half, only 2 points here in the second. Bucknell's done a bit in Henlon, but nobody really scoring here for them.
Yeah, you got balanced scoring from the Leopards. Obviously, Rashad Johnson's way out there with 23. However, they're hitting them from all angles, whereas the Towers, they're just struggling as Michael Martin loses his shoe.
He's still playing. There's no whistle. Michael Martin running about with no shoe on. Now he picks it up, tries to put it back in. They're still playing. Leopards don't need him. They're going with 4. Blocked by Henlon. Now Martin finally gets his shoe back on.
It is unbelievable how every time they drive to the hole, Martin Henlon's there just to block it up, come up with a big block and the big rebound. Amazing.
I think the Towers have actually benefited from Weidman picking up that 4th foul, because it's got Henlon back in the game and he's been playing really well. In the corner is Burks for 3, knocks it out.
And he really needed that.
And it's a 10-point game.
He really needed that one, as you see him here wide open with the left-handed stroke. Towers back into that 2-3 zone, really looking to plug the middle, box out and get rebounds. And as they said in their shout, limit them to 1 shot. And that's the 1 shot there, but however, they're giving them a second one.
And this time they score with Alderson inside.
And that's something, as a coach, you really want to stress to your team. Box out and make sure you get every offensive rebound.
Bucknell going to work his foul by Michael Martin. Foul number 3 on Martin.
Substitution for the Leopards. John Tresvant in. Rod Brown.
John Tresvant will check into the game for Rod Brown. You could almost say the Leopards have only got 1 guard in there now. That's very un-Leopard-like as Warren goes through the middle. There's a foul called. It's just a question of which one it's on. The referees are going to have a chat to work out which of the 3 it was. In fact, it was a traveling violation called on Kendrick Warren is lining up for some shots that he isn't going to get because he apparently walked on that one. And Nick Nurse is absolutely livid on the sidelines.
I'm absolutely speechless because I didn't see a walk. However, I did see a foul, and for it to be such a late call, you know, obviously Nick Nurse is going to be very upset about it.
Tresvant with the score inside. It's gone back out to 4. 25 points off 18 turnovers. They really have punished them tonight. 12 from 10. It's not that bad.
Eric Burks misses the layup, but Leopards with the bigger unit in there, trying to get his 2 guards a little rest before they go into the 4th quarter, just leaving Jason Kimbrough out there.
Martin's shot comes out. Henlon had it knocked away, but touched it last. So the Leopards will get it back.
Henlon had that ball in his hands, which just failed to secure the rebound. There seems to be, there's a 1 second differential between the shot clock and game clock, so Leopards should hold for the last shot.
And that's exactly what Kimbrough's going to do. Standing at the halfway line, just pointing out, clearing things out. They're going to flatten it out, put 2 guys in the wing. Trez Van has it. Trez spinning, throws it away to Eric Taylor. Taylor has a look at the clock, knows that he can make it, loses the handle. Burks comes up with it. Burks has got to fire it off, gets it off, but no good. And Nick Nurse screaming for a foul. He wanted one on that play, but didn't get it. At the end of the 4th quarter, the Leopards still lead. Their advantage is 14. Can the Towers come back? Find out after this.
Lawrence Walker and Andy Salmon. They've got to take a shot. Each time they hit a shot, they've got to put a t-shirt on. The one with the most t-shirts on wins. But where's Andy? Lawrence, you've got 30 seconds, gentlemen. 30 seconds from now. Get a t-shirt on. You've got to get your t-shirts on. That's the one on that end.
Welcome back to Crystal Palace, where the London Towers trailed things by 55 to 69. Now, just before we went to the break, Nick Nurse was very upset with the referees, went running out. He was chatting to referee Trevor Pounton here, had a lot to say to him. He walked away, then he had a go at Neil Wilkinson, and they took some of it, and then eventually they teed him up once he got back into his box, and he had to earn it in the end.
Yeah, I think Nick Nurse was out there just trying to get the referee's attention. He got the technical that he wanted, and I think he got the technical purposely to try and get his team fired up. And you find that's a technique that coaches use a lot when their teams are down in the hole.
So there will be 2 free throws now for the Leopards, which we will take before the jump ball.
However, he was extremely upset because his guys have been roughed up, and he feels that everything is being called one way right now.
Now the referee has just come to check with the table that things are right, but the Leopards will get 2 free throws, and then we'll go straight into the jump ball. If it happens during the course of a game, it would be 2 in possession for the Leopards. But as the game wasn't in flow, it's 2 and then the jump ball. And Kimbrough stretches the lead to 15. But misses the second, and now will jump it up and start the quarter.
Yeah, big 10 minutes here, 15 points down for the Towers. Got to come back from it, and it's easily attainable. All they need is stops and scores. They cannot afford to trade baskets with the Leopards though.
Taylor looking to go to work, gets the foul.
And I think that Nick has gotten the referee's attention.
And that's exactly, I think, what Bob Dunewald's saying, is he leapt up off the bench. Nick, it's a coach's thing. You get a technical, and the guy will pay attention to what you were arguing with. Taylor knocks it out. And the London Towers now need something to come back here. They need some defensive stops against the London Leopards, who have pretty much scored at will throughout tonight. And there's the main perpetrator of that, Rashad Johnson, who leads all scorers with 25.
He's just having a perfect night. Everything he puts up there goes in. Really good shooter with the ball and knows how to score.
Taylor out to Warren in the corner is Burks for 3 too long. but it'll come all the way out to Eric Taylor, who'll save it to Warren. Warren penetrating stumble, throws it up. Henlon with the offensive rebound and stick back.
Big defense here by the Towers. Need another stop back in the 2-3 zone because it seems to be working pretty well for them. And the Leopards obviously taking a little bit more time as Eric Taylor nearly comes up with the steal.
And Nick Nurse and Eric Taylor both agree on the call. Unfortunately, the referee didn't agree with them. Foul number 1 on Taylor.
Yeah, it's tough when everything seems to be going against you. It really is.
Martin with the post up. Short Warren flying high. It ends up in Henlon's hands. I don't think he knows too much about it. And Nick Nurse jumped off the bench, screaming for a foul. Eventually, the referee called one on Michael Martin.
Took his time about it. Looked like he got hacked a couple of times before he got that. Before they got that foul. However, on the other side now, Bob Dunwald is seeing how Nick has got the referee's attention, so he's obviously not too pleased about it.
Bob stood there calmly, patiently. It's a bit of a role reversal here. Taylor for 3 doesn't go. Rebound Warren, and there's a foul on the rebound. If it's on Martin, he's done. It is. It's on Michael Martin. The last one was his 4th. This is his 5th, and he's out of the game.
Yeah, tough call on Michael Martin and tough call on the Leopards. Because you need him in there for the rebounding. Really good defender, can defend 1 through 5. An exceptional player, however, he will take no further part in this game this evening.
Ticket number 261 on the yellow.
There's the foul trouble. Martin already gone. 3 on Kimber, and Bucknell probably isn't too important just yet with 8.5 left in the game. The 4 on Weidman and Duck is, however, offensive foul on Kendrick Warren. His first.
Wow, these referees magicians, because they seem to be pulling some stuff out the hat this evening.
First foul on Warren.
I bet you got both of them tomorrow. Johnson. Out to Kimbrough for 3, blocked
Great
by Eric Taylor. Burks throws it quickly to Taylor. Taylor behind the back, beautiful move. Oh, what a play by Eric Taylor.
Big time, and Bob Dunwall screaming for a timeout because he obviously sees the momentum. Look at this, behind the back, up, put a 10 on that move because that's a circus shot.
That is one of the plays of the season so far. 61-72. The Leopards with a timeout and the lead. 8 minutes to play. Let's take a listen to Bob.
They're trying to wow you up, and you guys got into it not playing. You're standing against that zone instead of hitting and getting your cuts going. We aren't flashing inside. We interchange up top. We're just trying to stand, look, and see what goes on. We've got to get some move. Why aren't we penetrating the gaps off the thing? We aren't playing ball. You guys are trying to get through this thing instead of playing. You know, you guys only got 7:54 left to play some basketball. Then they kick you out of the building. You guys don't get the ball again until tomorrow. I thought we liked to play basketball. Go thumbs down. Go thumbs down. Make sure we're very talkative on the thing. Use your head on it. Way to get him. David, you're on the hold man side. Rico, make sure we're active. Shotty's the hold. Thumbs down. Get the ball in again. Get the ball in. Come on, come on, come on.
Bob Dunwall just trying to kick some life into his team. Good timeout.
Really.
Points by quarter right in. You can see the Towers just edging it back, edging it back. Leopards, sorry, just keeping ahead from the Towers all the way through.
Yeah, that's the thing is, you know, you've had the Towers, I mean, the Leopards scoring 20 points plus in each quarter. However, it's only 6-3 in this quarter. What the Towers need to do is continue what they're doing, limit them to 3, and make sure that they score every single time down the floor. However, it's a really great timeout by Bob Dunwall. He was basically not panicked, and hopefully that should transfer to his team.
Henlon had it just tipped away, but great work diving on the floor from Eric Taylor to come up with it when the Towers needed it. Bucknell for three, not quite. Henlon going after it, but can only tip it out of bounds.
Steve Bucknell upset with himself, knowing he had a wide open look on that one and didn't connect.
And it would have trimmed it into single figures, and you just feel the Towers need to get over that hump. Football violation by Martin Henlon. What do you feel the Towers need to do here if they're going to try and get back into this game? I mean, they have to get some more offense out of somebody like Kendrick Warren, who had 20 in the first half and 2 in the second.
Yeah, obviously the zone is working well for them because it's getting them back into the basketball game. Offensively, however, I still feel that they're a little bit rattled and not getting the shots they want.
Kimbrough from deep is short.
They got the bigger bodies, just pound that thing inside. You got Martin Henlon, send him in their post. You got Kendrick Warren.
Bucknell out to Henlon. Burks in the corner is Bucknell for three. That one short. Henlon will get the offensive board though. Put it back up short off the glass. Alderson can only tip it out of bounds. The Towers will keep possession. They trail by 11.
Almost a look of despair on the Towers team, wondering what do we have to do for this ball to go in. But what they need to do is just come down the floor, move the ball, get something good. Okay, preferably pound it inside. As you see here on an out-of-bounds set, and still can't connect on a layup.
Bucknell wanted a foul on that play. Through the middle is Johnson, and he's done it all tonight. Inside, outside, 27 points.
Great drive through the middle and shoots it up over the outstretched arm of Martin Henlon.
Most of the noise in Crystal Palace coming from the visiting Leopards fans at the minute. Warren with the offensive rebound, blocked from behind. He'll have another go. He's fouled. Will that count? Yes, it will.
So now the situation with